Hello everybody, Prowl here, and today I'm going to show you how to make the fastest flower / dye farm that Minecraft has to offer. Yes, this thing is going to be insane. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's jump right into making it. Now, this is going to use a mechanic specific to Bedrock Edition that unfortunately my Java friends don't have, and that's if you bone meal a single tall height flower, it will produce more flowers of that type around. So as you can see, I can just bone meal one and it'll produce more around it. Now, the way that this actually works in practice though is if you put it one block below the ground, I'm not quite sure why it works like this, one block below the ground, it'll produce significantly more per bone meal. That's quite a lot. And as I said, it will work for any flower type that is a single height flower. And specifically, it will produce flowers as far as 3 out from the center of the flower in each direction, making a 7 by 7 square. The closer to the center, the more likely flowers are to appear, but they do have chances to appear as far out as these corners at the 3 block and 3 block away from the center. Now, as per usual, I'm going to show you guys the best order in which to do this in survival Minecraft. That way you have absolutely no problems. And we're going to start out with our storage system actually, and we're going to put down 1, 2, 3 chests here, and we're going to go out 1 block from this direction and out 1 block this direction. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chests right there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but with a 1 block gap in the middle. So what you should end up with is a chest layout, something like this. We're going to place some temporary blocks along the top of here and along the top of here. And we're going to run hoppers straight into the back here. And then this way, same on the other side. And then here, we're going to run hoppers straight down. And then finally, we're going to run a hopper over, back 2, over, back 2, same thing on this other side. And then finally, hoppers straight into all these front hoppers right here, just like this. So you should have something that looks like this. You have 5 chests in the front, 3 chests below, and then hopper lines that go forward into each of those 5 chests, plus these little side hopper lines will just feed into those same chests. This will distribute the flowers about as evenly as you can without getting too overly complicated with the storage system here. It will definitely do for what your needs are going to be. Now, if you want more storage than this, then you can go ahead and plug in some more chests underneath here as well by bringing hoppers down, and you can chain some more chests underneath these with additional hoppers down if you want to as well. I'll leave that part up to you, but this should be enough for how many flowers you're more than likely going to ever need in the world. Now, that's for single player worlds, but what if you're playing on multiplayer? Well, you're probably going to need all these flowers, and there's no better way to play multiplayer than with today's sponsor and the host of my member servers, Sparkedhost. If you want the best way to play Minecraft with your friends or family, then a Minecraft server from Sparkedhost is your answer. A Minecraft server is a great choice as it has much less lag that allows you to see much further in your world than a realm does, while also not requiring you to be online for others to play in it like a locally hosted world on your device does. To get started with Sparkedhost, browse through their different tiers of server ranging from their very affordable budget series that offer better value per dollar than realms, or their main lineup of enterprise servers that offer amazing performance at competitive prices. Once you have your server type, amount of RAM, and any add-ons that you may want selected and purchased, your server is ready to play on. If you need any help, Sparkedhost has amazing customer support through their live chat on their website and on their Discord channel. Sign up today by clicking the link on screen now or in the description below, and be sure to use code PROWL at checkout to get 20% off your initial payment. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to set the center of this thing before we start doing all of the other bits with mine carts and such. So we're going to go a block temporarily right there, and a grass block right here. Does have to be a grass block. Okay, now go up 1, 2, and 3 from that grass block, get underneath and face a dispenser looking straight down. That's what's going to deliver our bone meal. And in case you're wondering, yes, our flower is going to go on that block right there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring out glass blocks this way and this way, and we're going to lay in all of our hopper mine carts. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come around the side right here, and I'm going to do this one step at a time. I'm going to bring out 1 glass block right here. So there's 1 in the front, 1 in the back. I'm going to place down 3 powered rails. It doesn't have to be powered rails. I guess it could be any of the rails. We're going to use powered rails because it keeps the mine carts from moving around too much. We're going to place a mine cart here, a mine cart here, and then 1 in the middle. Okay. Then we're going to get down here like the chest level, and we're just going to pop it out, hit the minecart track, do not hit the minecart, and then that'll drop all those, and then they're in place. Now we're going to come out another one, and we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to place our minecart front, back, middle, then pop out the rail, and the rail, and then you're going to repeat this process on this side all the way down, and you're going to repeat this process on that side as well. So you have minecarts, hopper minecarts on all of these hoppers. And then just to make sure these things stay nice and safe, just go ahead and put yourself some blocks on the other side as well. That way we don't have to worry about anything. Even if something drops in here, it's not going to mess up your carts because they're all stuck together. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to place down our grass blocks. Yes, it needs to be grass. What we're going to do is we're going to put grass blocks on top of each one of these. Okay. So I'll probably just go ahead and just like border this in and border this in. And then we will just go 1, 2, and 3 out and fill in right here, just like this. And don't worry, we'll be able to get back into here later to put our flower block down. That's not going to be a problem. Now on one of these sides, it doesn't matter which side until I show you the rest to do here in a moment, put one extra set of grass blocks. Then put one set of like any solid block beside that, one solid block on the other side as well, just like this. Now we're going to set up our pistons here, and we're going to put the pistons like touching these blocks here. So what I mean by that is we're going to come out a temporary block right there, and then you can just take your piston and go here, here, and here, and then a temporary block there, piston here, here, and here. And then on this side right here, we're going to want a 1 block gap. So we're actually going to come out one like this, and we're going to place our piston there. So you have like a block of air gap between. Now the non-gap happened on the side that we put the extra grass block on. The gap is on the side that does not have the extra grass block. You'll see why and how that works here in just a little bit. Now we're going to set up our pretty minimal redstone. So to do that, all we got to do is we got to put a block directly under the piston, a block out, a block over. Do the same thing on this other side, directly under the piston, a block out, and a block over, just like this. And then wrap a row of solid blocks across the back here. And the same thing on this side, a row of solid blocks back there. Now we're going to need a repeater to go on 2 ticks right here, a repeater to go on 2 ticks right here. And you can put an on-off switch on one of the 2 sides anywhere across like this line right here. We're just going to put it right here. We're going to run redstone across the back here. And we're going to turn this on just to lock it. We're going to run redstone across the back right here. We're going to put a redstone dot here, redstone dot here. And finally, the piece is going to kind of activate and make this thing work. Right here on the block underneath the piston that we put down, put a redstone torch right there. Do the same thing on the other side. This is going to make a clock that perfectly times for the pistons. You'll see when I turn this off, the pistons move in perfect unison back and forth, and they move at pretty much maximum speed. And we go ahead and turn it off. We do not need that on right now. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to trace around our grass here. So we're just going to use like a glass block. You don't have to use glass. You can use solid blocks as well. But I would like to be able to see inside of the farm, because who doesn't like to see that? And then we're going to want to cover this over with like a roof too, right? So again, we're going to use glass here so we can see in, and just over top of all the glass here, and go ahead and fill in this little gap right here. We will mess with this in just a moment, but I just want to get everything covered over first. One word of caution: if you make it completely pitch black in here by surrounding it in all solid blocks without allowing any light in, what you may end up happening is your grass may die and turn to dirt. So just keep that in mind. You do want to have some kind of light in here, whether it just be skylight and moonlight, or whether it be a torch or something like that that can get some light in there. The way we have it right now works perfectly fine. And now we need to be able to get bone meal into our system here. So what I want to do is I want to knock out that block. I'm going to put a hopper into the side, a hopper straight down into that, and a hopper straight down into here. This is going to get us double hopper speed of bone meal into our dispenser, which with how fast this thing is going to be necessary. And then from here, you can have as many chests up as you want. I'm just going to set one, but if you wanted to, of course, you could very easily just do like this and have multiple chests of bone meal. Also, although I haven't designed it this way, I'm pretty sure this thing is self-sufficient with bone meal as well. So if you wanted to find your own way to take some of these flowers that are being made here, put them into a composter, and then take that bone meal and feed it back up here, that should be possible. But again, we're not going to do that today. You're going to take your bone meal manually and place it in the chest. All right, and there we go. That should sustain us there. We should be good to go. Next thing we need to do is we need to get power to this guy right here. So I'm actually going to replace this glass block right here with a solid block, and we're going to end up running redstone to that. But first we need to steal a redstone signal. So to steal a redstone signal, what we're going to do is we're just going to come up this way like this, steal it from there. We're going to come up this way. Now over on this side, we'll need to use a extra block to get up, come up this way. And then we're going to meet right here in the middle. And we're going to do that with a couple of repeaters. Grab that repeater right here. We're going to put a repeater facing this way, a repeater facing this way. We're going to put a solid block right here in the middle. We're going to put a redstone torch on that solid block, and we're going to run redstone right here, just like that. What this whole thing is doing right now is it's basically going to make it so whenever this side, like the whole system here, shifts back and forth, we're actually taking this redstone signal and we're sending it up to here. So we are only firing off our dispenser whenever the blocks move. Basically, the blocks will move, and then because we have this repeater right here, one tick later, this redstone torch will pulse, sending a pulse to the dispenser and dispensing bone meal. So we have 0 bone meal waste with this system whatsoever. And to put down our flour, we're just going to come up top here. We're going to break this glass block temporarily and this glass block temporarily. You can actually leave this one out if you want to. That's fine. This one does need to go back. And then you can easily reach down here, place your flour, and knock it up if you want to get a new one down. Pretty easy to do. We will replace this block right here because this is stopping some loss from our flowers. And what should happen is we flick this lever right here. And as you can see, the system is working. Now, as you watch this system work, you'll see most of the flowers pretty much always appear right beside there, but you do periodically have flowers coming up on the side as well. Not often enough to need its own dedicated chest over here, which is why we took the flowers that would come down this system and we just send them over to here. And send them over to here. Your middle chests are going to get a decent amount, but these guys right here, the flowers come in so fast. We needed our own separate chests for these like 6 spots to get the most flowers. As you can see, they're filling up really fast, but this system does not back up. Also, I did run it for a long time just to make sure our bone meal here, it does keep up. If I click here, I accidentally clicked on it. As you can see, we're filling in bone meal just slightly faster or at the same speed that we use it. So we don't have to worry about this thing running out. It will run through all of the bone meal, or otherwise it'll run until you turn it off. And if you're wondering how many flowers this monster produces, it's about 1,800 flowers per minute or 108,000 flowers per hour. Odds are your use of this thing is going to be to simply put a flower in, turn it on for a few seconds, turn it back off, and you'll have all the dye that you'll probably need for a little while. But if you need a lot of dye for any particular reason, there's no better way to get it than this. This is as fast as it gets. If you enjoyed today's video, today's tutorial, I would like you to please click that like button down below. Drop me a comment and let me know, what are you going to be using this dye or these flowers for? And if you're not already, you got to make sure you're subscribed to the channel by clicking that subscribe button. I thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.